Think you need a gym and expensive equipment to build muscle? You don't. But random push-ups every day won't give you the best results either.
But exercise is only the signal. Your body also needs sufficient nutrition, protein, sleep, and recovery to turn that training signal into muscle growth. To keep building muscle, the challenge must gradually increase. This principle is called progressive overload, and it works at home just as it does in a gym. You can progress by adding repetitions, using more resistance, slowing each repetition, increasing your range of motion, or choosing a harder exercise variation.
If an exercise stays extremely easy, repeating it forever provides less reason for adaptation. The final repetitions of a set should feel genuinely challenging. You don't need to collapse after every set. Stop when you could perform only a few more clean repetitions, not when your technique completely falls apart. Your body responds to resistance, not the logo on the equipment. Body weight, a loaded backpack, resistance bands, and household objects can all provide it. A complete home program needs movements for your chest, back, shoulders, arms, legs, and core, not 20 different exercises for only one muscle.
Begin your pushing work at a level you can control. Progress from wall push-ups to an incline, then to standard floor push-ups. Keep your body rigid. Lower your chest with control and guide your elbows slightly back. Use the variation that lets you maintain this position.
To train your back at home, use a securely loaded backpack row. Hinge at your hips, brace your torso, and pull toward your lower ribs.
Don't turn the row into a swinging motion. Keep your torso stable. Drive your elbows back, and lower the resistance under control.
For your legs, begin with controlled squats. Keep your whole foot grounded, let your knees follow your toes, and use a comfortable depth.
When bodyweight squats become easy, slow them down, add a pause, load a backpack, or progress to a supported split squat variation. Train your hamstrings and glutes with a hip hinge. Push your hips backward, keep the load close, and stop before your lower back rounds. Muscle growth begins when your muscles experience enough resistance. Your body then adapts by rebuilding those muscles so they can handle similar challenges better. A glute bridge is another beginner-friendly hip exercise. Plant your feet, brace your core, and lift your hips by squeezing your glutes. For your shoulders, try pike push-ups. Raise your hips, lower your head between your hands, and push the floor away with control. If pike push-ups are too difficult, begin with an elevated version. As you improve, gradually lower the support and increase the movement range. Light household resistance can train your side shoulders. Raise the weights with control, stop around shoulder height, and avoid using momentum. For direct biceps work, curl a securely loaded backpack. Keep your elbows close to your sides and avoid swinging your entire body. To emphasize your triceps, use a closer push-up position. Keep your elbows near your torso, and choose an incline if the floor is too difficult.
Train your core to resist unwanted movement, not only through endless crunches. Planks and dead bugs develop control that supports your other exercises. Now combine these movements into one full-body workout. One push, one pull, one squat, one hip hinge, one shoulder movement, and one core exercise.
Beginners can start with 2 sets of each movement. As your recovery and technique improve, gradually build toward 3 challenging sets. Don't obsess over one perfect repetition range. Choose resistance that makes the final few repetitions challenging, while your technique remains controlled. For most beginners, 2 or 3 full-body workouts each week provide a practical starting point, with recovery days placed between training sessions.
For example, train on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On the other days, recover, walk, and prepare for your next quality session.
Track each exercise, resistance, and repetition. If you never record your training, it becomes difficult to know whether you're actually progressing. When you reach your target with clean form, make one small progression. Add a repetition, a little resistance, or a harder variation. Not everything at once.
Training gives your body a reason to build muscle. Nutrition supplies the energy, and building materials needed to support that process.
Protein provides amino acids your body uses to repair and build muscle tissue. Include a useful protein source across your regular meals.
Your protein can come from meat, fish, dairy, eggs, or plant foods. Choose options that fit your preferences, budget, and eating pattern.
Rather than placing nearly all your protein in one meal, distribute useful portions across the meals you already eat during the day. Building muscle also requires sufficient overall nutrition. Constantly under-eating can reduce your training energy, recovery, and ability to make progress.
But building muscle isn't permission to eat everything in sight. A large, uncontrolled surplus can add more body fat than you intended. But building muscle isn't permission to eat everything in sight. A large, uncontrolled surplus can add more body fat than you intended. You don't need a gym to build muscle. Train progressively, eat properly, and recover consistently. Subscribe to Rep Vanta and start building stronger at home.